Hey guys, how are you all doing? This is Fazan and you're watching Fazzy Fitness. The best German bodybuilder in classic physique, Urs the Miracle Bear, published the complete 5 weeks out physique update, leading into this year's Mr. Olympia. So let's take a look at the evolution of his side chest from last year versus this year. Now, in terms of the timelines, it is not 100% accurate comparison. The picture from last year was taken at 3.5 weeks out of the Olympia, and the recent one is at 5 weeks out. But damn, the man really grew. Look at the difference in the arms and the shoulders. And yes, I know some people might say his conditioning looks better in 2022, but there is a solid 10 days difference. And when these athletes are this close to the show, 10 days is a lot of time to put things together. The size that Urs has been able to put on during this off-season of 2023. I'm pretty sure if NPC did not increase the weight for respective classes this year, he would have had a hard time making the weight cutoff this year. Even Marcus Rule advised him to go open last year when he saw Urs's potential and how close he is to the weight ceiling already. So let's see how he does at the Olympia in 3 weeks time. And let's see if he's able to beat Ramon this year. It is interesting that Terrence Ruffin had a very reasonable reply to the question we all love the most. What are the expectations for this year's Mr. Olympia? Because honestly, that is the guy who is coming for redemption. Because if you think about it, he was coming to win the Olympia last year. He was coming as the main guy who's going to challenge Chris Bumstead. But he dropped down to 6th place, which honestly none of us expected. But that is bodybuilding for you. Anyone can be a tiny bit off in terms of conditioning and water and drop down these sports in classic physique. Because this is Mr. Olympia we are talking about. And there is no margin for error. And that Terrence was definitely not at his best. When he brought his A game, we all witnessed him placing runner-up not only once but twice. So, one thing is certain, Terrence isn't gonna look at his weight for this upcoming competition. He isn't trying to come in bigger at the expense of sharpness, because that will absolutely backfire. He did improve from the way to lead in sports, so can he take it up another notch for the Olympia in November? Next up is Tonio Burton's update, the New York Pro Champion. But first look at the caption. Nobody who has worked so hard the entire year to make an impact at the Olympia will like it if he isn't making the top 10 in most of the predictions. But here is the thing, these predictions, they don't mean anything. 2022 is the prime example of that, when almost all of us had Big Ramy winning, but he dropped down to 5th spot, and none of us expected that. So Tonio Burton really looks round, big and shredded for 20 days out. And that is what's under his control. I'm sure you guys will agree with this that we can all see a little bit of Dexter Jackson in him. And Dex never was the biggest guy on the stage, especially at the start of his Olympia career. And even in 1999, when he made his Olympia debut, he was 9th in the world. That too in that amazing lineup. So Tonio really isn't missing anything. He is great from the back. He seems to have put on a little more size as well since Cali Pro this year. Basically, he checked all the boxes, except for the size. So, will he be able to crack top 10 at the Olympia this year? Do let me know what you guys think. We have another off-season update of Rafael Brandao, the best from Brazil. A guy who will surely be missed on the Olympia stage this year. So, will he be better next year with his new coach Neil Hill? We cannot say right now, until we see him in contest shape, because here is the thing, he switched from Chris Aceto, and William Martins also switched from Chris Aceto to Chad Nichols, and all that stress that he put his body under during the off-season, that did not translate on stage. I mean, he was 11th at the Legion Sports this year, and they were hoping to win that show. So I know Rafael is an altogether different athlete, but he is also in pursuit of more size. He does have amazing symmetry. But I hope he sticks to his old school approach, not trying to get too big too fast, because he cannot compromise on his lines, as those are his biggest strengths. Rafael at his best is gonna be a top 10 or a higher athlete for many years at the Olympia. And if he is able to gain the density and the muscle maturity, that too in all the right areas, while keeping his lines, he is gonna be a very dangerous athlete in the future. And who knows, maybe a title contender as well. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.